too. I didn't know he had multiple costumes you could pick.
Can we take a moment to appreciate the character design? Because, like, even though it's a wildly different color palette, it's looking clean.
Yo, her hair looks like ramen noodles, though, not gonna lie. Looks delicious.
So, we got Otacon. We got EMP Angel.
Angel.
We're once again back on the Spring Arena.
We've seen this matchup quite a bit today. Spring Girl versus Rubber Girl versus Twin Town.
So we see the Zappa and we see the Poppers versus Double Chillas.
Say the Zappa again.
Zappa.
The Zappa.
Zappa.
Zappa Bappa. Gotta catch him.
The Zappas aren't really working out for Otacon right now. But
oh, burning that super early, trying to get the chip damage. Nothing's really. That was definitely a big waste, but he has a good lead. He can afford it. He probably just wants to burn resources because he'll come back anyway, as we talked about before.
Right. And Otacon, he's going to put in a little bit more work, and he'll have that meter ready for him. And there it is. He gets the spring bounce off the Twin Tail, but the grab, au revoir, back to the other side of the stage.
So one thing I'm noticing is pretty much every Twin Tail has been using the Ice Arm, and the Spring Girls have had pretty varied movesets. Like, we've seen them use all the arms so far.
And I think that speaks to what we were talking about earlier with how niche the other two arms that Twin Tail has at her disposal. Parasol being very heavily defensively oriented, and Thunderbird really being used for long-range pressure and cross-up game. Whereas these rather neutral fists, yes, even though they have an element attributed to them, otherwise are just regular old boxing gloves.
Yeah. One thing I'm noticing is the Twin Tail player is constantly trying to like jump as Rubber Girl throws an attack out so she can get over the attack and punish. And you're seeing like that constantly. Right now it's getting her put in the corner and hit, but that was been a main strategy, is jump and avoid the attack and punish that way. Ooh, the dash is in the corner, catches the landing leg though. Gotta be careful. It catches the landing leg once again.
Now Otacon trying to just keep this pressure up, but he's eating bits of damage here and there, and he's got to be careful.
Oh, the arm broke. So one thing you may notice is when you throw an arm out, the arm is vulnerable. If you punch an arm enough when it's being thrown out, it'll turn red and break, and the person can't dash. It's a free hit. So if someone's really perceptive, they can just start hitting your arms to get those free stuns.
It's an excellent observation, but I want to see Otacon put that pressure on even further. We see him take this first match, but it was really just a flurry of offensive with really good movement that led him to that first victory. Meanwhile, it looks like we have a switch. We see the Thunderbird coming out from Angel now in Game 3, or Match 3.
Oh, punishes the whiff from the Thunderbird. Speaking of that, misses the combo. It's okay. It's like 20 extra damage. Oh, reads the dash really hard. Gets a full, like, basically did all the damage a super did in that little read.
And what an amazing read, too. Getting the stun on both the arms, preventing the block, and then just going in for the freest grab.
You see right there, he punched the arm with the Thunderbird that was charged. As soon as he threw it out, and boom, stunned immediately. That's actually interesting that the Thunder Charge, if it hits an arm, it just breaks it immediately, it looks like. That's a really significant factor, because it means you can't press many buttons if the opponent's aware of that. Yeah, you can see he charges that as trying to hit one of the arms as it's thrown out. Is curving it kind of outwards and then inwards, maybe to catch a dash as well.
It seems that both of these players are incredibly aware of the resources at hand. We see that Angel's consistently charging up the Thunderbird whenever the opportunity arises. And also, both players are making use of their meter as soon as it's available.
Yeah, they're just trying to get more resources. You see it both actually on meter. Oh, that's it. Oh, did he just cancel? He just canceled his arm stun with meter usage. I did not know it was a thing. Now Twin Tail's meter on deck though. Ooh, these dodges.
Yeah, chip damage is real in this game. All right, so pretty solid movement, allowing Angel to take this game 1.
I mean, we definitely saw adaptations from both of them. They both started playing slower as the games went on.
Right.
Now I'm wondering to see if anyone's going to pick up the pace and really try to switch momentum and go really fast.
And I feel like it's really a balance between, like, how much can you respect your opponent versus how much should you? Because once you give a little bit of space to this Twin Tail, you're shocked and you're shook. And getting grabbed is just leading to these devastating extensions from Angel. Otacon's got to mix up his movement a bit and definitely mix up how he's approaching as far as his offensive pressure is, because Angel's doing fairly well with his back against the wall.
I think the main thing is Otacon needs to start landing these charge arm hits, because he's landing hits, but he's landing like just uncharged arm hits, and that's not doing much. Meanwhile, whenever Angel lands a charge hit, that's like 300 damage, and that's the difference maker right there, is just how much damage output they can put off of single hits. And you first see that Angel's just kind of waiting for Otacon to approach now, you know. Otacon is, you know, jumping, dashing, all this stuff, and Angel's just saying, hey, that's fine with me, I'm going to hit you. Or I'm going to block and hit you. I'm going to jump and hit you.
I mean, he's got the game count. He could force these kind of approach options, but Otacon wasting that meter. He's not really able to pressure much, but he gets a couple of hits in, so it's not all for naught.
Yeah, and now Angel wants this meter. He probably won't burn it this game unless he has to, because... okay, I guess he felt like he had to.
Yo, he wanted it.
Yeah,
That's style points right there.
Yeah, right there. He feels confident next game. Plus, if he loses this one, like, it's fine. He still has a lot more games to go.
Right.
Oh, you can see a slap man to switch from Otacon. You know, trying something a little bit different. Realizes that he can't punch through Angel. He's dodging all the things to the side. Use an arm that can counter side dodges easily.
Although it seems that Otacon's approaching with a slap ender, and I don't really like that. It seems to be really good for approaching while the Thunderbird is active, but otherwise I feel like he should be using it as a cross-up option.
Well, what I see a lot of players do with the slap man is they do one arm and then the other one. So it goes like slapper, or slap man and then thunder punch, or vice versa.
I'm thinking he should be leading in with the thunder punch just so it's a more direct line of attack.
I agree.
Then bait out an option from Angel, see how Angel responds, and then use the slap ender accordingly.
But right now we're seeing Ribbon Girl is in the lead. His super usage is definitely going to put her a little bit behind, but ooh, yep, punishes her for throwing a slap ender. Keep on, when you dash, or when you attack in this game, you cannot block. So you have to dash, if someone reads a dash as you attack, it's a free hit. And we're seeing that there. Yeah, look, the slap ender going right around the Thunderbird, getting free, and the knockdown from the charge slap ender. This choice is really helping out because now he's able to contest Twin Tail at a more mid-range zone where before he was forced to get close and kind of getting outboxed there.
And on top of the damage output that we're seeing from Otacon, also take note that it looks like Twin Tail's shield takes a good amount of hit as well, and not able to shield any of that. Finally starting to see Otacon find his footings. Now, are we going to see the arm switch from Angel is the question. We've got Thunderbird is back.
Okay. Oh, burn suit. Oh, no, that's going to be a big loss. He gets a little bit of damage off, but not enough.
And he doesn't get the follow-up, so he's going to have to deal with that 105, but luckily enough, this was in the very beginning, although Angel getting much more bang for his buck off of that.
Yeah, and they're still relatively even. Otacon does have a bit more meter, and that actually might be relevant. Like, so actually, that may not have been that bad for Otacon, honestly. Oh, this would be bad, though. Yes, a lot of damage.
This is big damage, and we see him already mispositioning Otacon. Thunderbird returning to base, but the charge is constantly ready, and we're seeing Otacon is just forced to dance around the bird.
Yep, and you see both players are kind of just throwing attacks on empty attacks, like they build up some meter. Obviously, Angel lands a couple extra hits there, and Otacon is really doing the same thing. I think Otacon needs to get a little bit closer with his Salamander. Oh, but he has to be worried about that. If he gets hit by the combo, he's dead. Oh, that was... One thing I'm noticing, they're not using grabs at all. And when Otacon has meter, he can really force the opponent to block and start grabbing him.
Yeah, Angel's making a good use of grabs, but we see that he's constantly pressuring Otacon into that shield. Otacon, for all of the offensive pressure he's putting out, really isn't making the most of the situation.
And that is game.
He got blown up for his options.
Yep, pressing too many buttons, and you know that's how he got blown up most of the time, was just pressing too many buttons.
Yeah.